I haven't checked the Charger news in the past 24 hours, and I log in and I see that Akeem Hicks could join Khalil Mack in Los Angeles. I see that Stephon Gilmore could sign with the Chargers, former All Pro corner. And then I also see that there's a mock draft where Mel Kiper has us taking an offensive lineman. So, I mean, I don't log in for 24 hours, and potentially the Chargers could be getting even better after yesterday I predicted they would win the AFC West, of course. So let's take a look at this mock draft for the Chargers. I don't know how many rounds this one exactly is, but in terms of the Chargers taking an offensive lineman, I would be all for that. It's to me, it's either you get a speedy receiver next to Mike Williams or Keenan Allen. Potentially, you could go corner. I don't. In the actually not in the first round. Maybe in the yeah, I guess third round. I mean, we're not taking one in the. We don't have a second round pick after the Mac trade, but we're not taking a corner in the first round. I could third round. I could see a guy like a Kobe Bryant maybe, but us just take a look at this. So, oh boy, wow. Okay, Trevor Penning has superstar potential. I'd love to bring him in. You've heard by now how bad the Chargers' run defense was in 2021, and they've already taken steps to improve it, bringing in two defensive tackles via free agency in Sebastian Joseph Day, whom Brandon Staley is familiar with, of course, his time with the Rams, and Austin Johnson. That probably takes defensive tackle off the list of holes to fill in the draft. I mean, to my knowledge, this is kind of not really my knowledge, but I'm assuming that the Chargers went out and got these players because they didn't want to hope that one of these star defensive tackles would fall to them at 17, like a Jordan Davis out of Georgia. So they end up bringing them in. They're both great against the run. So now I think you can certainly go ahead and draft an offensive lineman because if you look at Brian Belega, he was released, and obviously Storm Norton is not the answer, but Penning could be. He's fantastic, especially as a run blocker, and offensive line coaches love him because he's just plain mean and plays through the whistle. This would make back-to-back drafts with first-round tackles for Chargers, and look how the first one panned out. Left tackle Rashawn Slater looks like an absolute monster out there on the field. He's a menace. And Penning is 6'7". He's a prototypical tackle prospect with excellent intangibles that go a long way in making him the total package. It's also just more protection for Justin Herbert, your franchise quarterback. I mean, if Justin Herbert goes down, we go down. I go down. I need a job. If Justin Herbert could not. Okay. Well, actually, probably not. I don't know. We'll see after I graduate college. I plan to, even if I have a job, I'm still going to make Charger videos. But if I actually do like full time cover the Chargers, bro, yeah, if Justin Herbert goes down, we are all in serious trouble, man. I don't care if you're a fan or not, bro, because we're gonna all be in a bad situation. I mean, there's just this is a loaded division. I mean, even if it's not even Justin Herbert, if we lose Mac or we lose Boza, bro, like, man, we need to be fully healthy if we want to win a Super Bowl. That's the bottom line here. But yeah, I mean, you could take a look at the Senior Bowl. I mean, Penning, he didn't make a ton of friends as he was constantly tossing around defenders. He was just dominating out there. It didn't matter if they were in team drills or in one-on-ones, friend or foe. He was working overtime to put people in the dirt. With a sudden surge of pass rushing talent injected into the AFC West, the Chargers need to have a trustworthy presence opposite Rashawn Slater. While finding a veteran might sound like the more ideal option, the Chargers may be forced to get one of the top players at position in this year's class and hope they hit the ground running similar to their 2021 first-round draft pick. I mean, Penning was a 2021 FCS All-American. He may be the team's best chance of landing such a player when they select at 17 late next month. And again, guys, he's just a tremendous talent. He fills a hole that we need. He helps Herbert not only protect him from this dangerous AFC West pass rush, but he makes it so that the Chargers can have more of a balanced game because Austin Eckler last season just had a breakout year, especially as a receiver. Eckler, he was getting a lot of goal line work, and he's going to be 27 this year. We want to make sure that we have an offensive line because I don't see how we're going to win anything without an offensive line that is serviceable. Obviously, last season, 2021, the offensive line wasn't bad by any means, but it needs work on the right side. And then if you look at the year before that, it was abysmal. I mean, Justin Herbert was one of the worst offensive lines that you'll ever see. Herbert was running for his life out there, but yeah, I'll leave it at that, guys. I don't think there's much more to say. Let me just quickly read through the notes. Look through this really quickly. Yeah, so right now, so we did sign a punter, J.K. Scott. We signed Kyle Fackrell, who, oh my goodness. Wait a second here. Oh, he was a. Okay, yeah. All right. So Charger fans, I don't really know how they feel about that one, but yeah, just a couple of minor signings. Yeah, Sony Michelle is one name that I really want the Chargers to bring in. He could end up with well, actually the Bucks just re-signed Leonard Fournette. I mean, Yeah, I guess they kind of need a Ronald Jones replacement. Texans is a potential option. Let's take a look here. So, yeah, I mean, Sony, he did have a rough start to his career in New England after the team drafted Damian Harris in 2020. The writing was on the wall for his departure from New England, and ahead of the 2021 season, the Patriots they traded Michelle to the Rams for a six-round pick and a fourth. And initially, Michelle he did like merely back up Darrell Henderson, but by the second half of the season, he actually was the feature back because he played so well to earn at least a complimentary role. I mean, and Michelle did look good as well. Like so did Henderson, but Michelle did look good in the later half of that season for the Rams. And obviously, Cam Akers came back, and that was it for him, and that will be it for him in LA as he might be making his way actually to a different part because he might go to the Chargers. Actually, don't they play in the same stadium? Yeah, so I guess he would be in the same place. Kind of funny to think about. But yeah, I would love to have him. Let's take a look at the Chargers really quickly though, because it's a Charger channel. So yeah, I mean, this makes like all the sense in the world. The Chargers, they gave Austin Eckler a career high 276 touches in 2021, and there's just no way that's going to happen again. I mean, he could handle it, but it would just be ludicrous to do that. For years, I mean, it was Eckler and Melvin Gordon. They were an amazing duo. Michelle is a solid kind of replica to Gordon, and he could be the bruiser back while Eckler moves into more of a pass catching role. So we aren't necessarily looking to marginalize Eckler, but we don't want to overwork him. After all, he is a player with a pretty lengthy injury history. I mean, he's a running back turning 27, even if you're not injury prone. Like, to that point, you've got to be really careful. If he does sign with us, he may be able to get a 2-year deal because, well, actually, that cap space is not the same anymore. Well, actually, do we have the third most cap space remaining? A 2-year deal? Perhaps a voidable second year would work well for both sides, something in the range of 68 million. I mean, I don't know how much, I don't know if that's accurate. When did this come out? This came out, I just lost it. I don't know. Let me know, please, guys, the cap situation for the Chargers. I find it hard to believe we're third in cap right now because we just made so many moves. If we are, that's literally ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, all in season is coming for the Chargers. I can't wait to watch these games. And it's your boy, Thunder Alley. I'm about to sign a hero quick, man. Bolt up, bro. Bolt the F up, boys. Gang.